Advanced graphics, here is your InDesign tutorial. Going to go through how to set it up for the whole year so you have all your yearbook pages and then, or the templates for it, and then how to actually make a page. So let me make myself a little bit smaller here and pull up InDesign. Now when you first get to this, you're going to create new, and you want to make sure that you are in inches. And we're just doing an 8.5 by 11 canvas. See how it's in picas right now. 8.5 by 11. Most of the time, you're going to do a 2-page layout. And when you do a 2-page layout, you want to start on page 2. That way, they are side by side when you design, instead of like you have to scroll down to get to it otherwise. If you're doing a 3-page, you can start on page 2. Any one you can start on page 2, except for a 1-page where it'll just be starting on page 1. Working down, you want to hit the drop down on margins, and you want to have those be at 0.25 going around, and then, or sorry, click that up to go to 0.5 for your margins, and then your bleed and your slug, hit the drop down on that, and you're going to hit up once on it, and it should be 0.125 on there. And then your slug can stay at 0. Then you are going to hit create. And then once this is what it looks like. So the concept behind this is you have to like lay it all out ahead of time. You can't just bring a picture in and resize it and stuff like you would on Photoshop or Illustrator. So when you find a good picture, like you can search online for yearbook page layout idea, or whatever you find. And then you have this tool right here on the left. It is called your rectangle frame tool. You also have an ellipse and a polygon. And what you do with that is you drag out and you like assign where you want the pictures to go ahead of time. So let's say you know you have 13 football pictures that have to go on this page. You would lay this out so you have 13 pictures. And you do the same thing with the text box too. So with the text, you're going to drag where you want that and kind of lay it all out ahead of time. One helpful thing that you can do, it works, we use it a lot for when you're doing like the pages with all the classes, like just the students where you got to do a bunch. Let's say you have the ellipse frame tool and you make one and you want it to be all the same throughout. You can go to edit, step and repeat, and you can just assign where you want these to go. And you can pick your spacing on there. Then you can just say how many you want. So they all go on there at the same time. The other helpful thing is, like, if I were going to do pictures in here and I wanted descriptions as well, once you have all those, you can group them together and do that too. Edit, step, and repeat. So then when you have all of that, you would grab all of your pictures. And again, the page isn't done. I'm just showing it as an example. Let me just see if I can't find like a bunch of JPEGs from, it's not going to be from the right project. Just there's Tavius, this guy. What you're going to do when you have those pictures is drag them into InDesign and let go. And then you'll see them appear. And all you're going to do is click on where you want them to go. And let's say you want to put a picture here and it's not showing up. You'll see right by my cursor, it'll say 4 because that's how many I have. You can just use your arrow keys and sort through them and then place them in there. And then what you got to do is you got to use your dark arrow tool and you got to click on it and then right click and go to fitting, fill frame proportionally. That'll make it all scaled out. If you want to make it bigger, then you can use your white arrow. When you click on it with the white arrow, it'll select the picture, not the frame. So then you could adjust this and make it bigger. With your text tool, again, you made that text box. So now it's waiting for you to type in here. And once you're done with that, with your dark arrow, it knows you're trying to edit stuff on here, so you can go in, and over here on the right is where you can change your font, and I'm in the way there, and your size and all that stuff, so it fits into their background and stuff like that. That's pretty much it for the layout. If you're gonna do a background picture, all you're gonna do is make a giant rectangle frame tool. And when you bring your picture in there, it's going to cover up everything. So in which case you just right click and go to arrange and then send to back, and then that picture will go in the background. If you want to change your opacity or whatever so it's lower, you can right here. That's like the very, very basic setup. You'll be able to do a lot of yearbook pages like that. But I guess the main talking point here is don't try to do a layout on your own for the first one. Like Google search girls tennis yearbook page, FFA yearbook page, and try to find some examples of ones that were done really well in the past and kind of use that to get ideas for your own page.